Is up? This is Juju the Master Manifester, and I am back with another video. So today I will be doing a ancestor reading, a 5-card ancestor reading for a client. Not going to take too much time. I'm not going to do too much talking. Um, I already feel the energy is very, very strong. So without further ado, I'm going to just go ahead and get straight into it. All right. So for your first question, what do the ancestors in your maternal line want from you? So I've already drawn all your cards, shuffled all your cards, put Florida water on my hands, prayed over them and everything. So the first card that you get for what your maternal line wants from you is the granddaughter card. I'm sorry, the grandchildren card in reverse. This is what it looks like. You got it in reverse. So I'm going to be reading off what each card means so you can get the full scope of it. And then I'm going to be throwing my own little tidbits in there, whatever I'm picking up on intuitively, okay? So the grandchildren card. So in the traditional tarot, this is the star card. This card, I'm going to read a little excerpt from this book on what this card represents because I feel it's very significant with your reading. So it says, since the beginning of time, humans have been fascinated by the stars, not only because they're beautiful, but also because they represent our highest goals, dreams, and aspirations. In Black American families, the star would be analogous to one's grandchildren, as the ultimate symbol of hope. After centuries of terrorism, psychological warfare, enslavement, and oppressive legislation, every elder prays that their progeny will not only survive, but will also finally be allowed to thrive. They hope that they will not have to beg or ask permission to exist and will finally be able to live their lives on their own terms. It is on the grandchildren that wishes are earnestly placed. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I already see your other cards, so I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Your grandparents are very significant, okay? They're definitely with you. Okay? The scripture for this card is Genesis 31 and 55. You should probably write this down. Because this would be good if you were going to write a petition to them after this reading. This would be a good scripture to use. So it says, early the next morning, Laban kissed his grandchildren and his daughters and blessed them. Then he left and returned home. Okay? So that scripture is going to be significant for you. Okay? So, when the grandchildren appears in a reading, it is a sign that relief from any stress, negativity, or despair is on its way. If there is no sign of hope evident in your life yet, just be patient and you will soon see the proof that things are looking up. Blessings shall abound. If you receive the grandchildren, consider the following. Do I regularly count my blessings? Believing doesn't require proof. What can I do to regain hope? Find a way to become inspired. Give without seeking anything in return. What motivates you to get up in the morning and do it all again? Miracles happen every day. Why can't they happen to you? Perhaps it's time for the old and the young to get together and enjoy each other's company. Blessings are on the way. It might be time to share some words of wisdom with someone younger or less mature. All will turn out right in the end. So, that's from one book. I do want to read out of this book as well because I really like the interpretations from here. I'm going to do this for all your cards because I want you to really understand. But then I'm going to get into it. Like, this is about to get pretty deep. So, star card. And you got it in the reverse. So, I want to read to you the reversed meaning. Bear with me. I really want to read this to you. So give me just a second. Here we go. Star card. So the star card, the star lights a path to healing by pouring the light of the cosmos onto the earth. This is what the star card looks like. Okay. Pay attention to the elements in this card. Okay. See the water? Okay. So key reversed meanings: loss of faith, disconnection from source. This is the Aquarius card. Okay. So what I will say, the ancestors in your maternal line. So, okay, so your grandparents on your mom's side are definitely with you, and they're acknowledging the fact that you have given up hope, okay? The key with this card, though, the key of what they want you to understand is all is not lost. So something happened that caused you to just be so disconnected, okay? Something that has detached you so far from your own reality is ridiculous. And they really, really, really want you to understand that life is not over for you. The best is yet to come, but patience is going to be key. And they also want you to know that you don't have to do it alone. That's what I'm picking up on. You don't have to do it alone. It's almost like you shut yourself off due to this trauma or due to whatever has happened. And you cannot do that because that's going to lead you down a path of depression, anxiety, pretty much you being a hermit. You got the star card reversed. Reversed. I'm gonna get some clarity. I'm gonna be pulling clarifiers for all your cards. Clarifiers for all of your cards. So, Spirit. Grandparents from her maternal side. Clarify this card. The grandchildren. What does she need to know about what you're speaking about? Clarify this grandchildren card. Okay. They may be a Taurus, the bull, earth element. You can't save me from myself. Self-love is the best love. And then you get the twin flame card. Okay. So these ancestors, your grandparents, okay? I'm gonna be specific. These are your grandparents on your mom's side. So they want you to master self-love. They want you to understand that the things that have happened to you in the past happened for a reason. They are building you up, okay? You might not be a Taurus, but if you are, this would make sense. But I will say this: being a earth element, people who are earth signs, they're stable, they're grounded, they're money makers, they're people who value structure and routine. So your ancestors want you to start to pour a lot of self-love into yourself. You know, stop spending your money on stupid shit. Start putting and investing your money into things that are going to get you further in life. Start planting seeds, okay? Self-love seeds. That's what I just heard. Start planting self-love seeds. Things that 6 months from now you will benefit from. Let me give you an example. Let's say, you want to start to get your readings regularly. What you can do is you can book your readings in advance. So let's say you get a reading and let's say you want to schedule a reading for later on in the year or for the new year. Something you can do now is go ahead and purchase that. Not saying you have to get a reading from me, but I'm just saying in general, this is something that you can do because what you're doing is investing in yourself. You know that right now you may have the funds, but later on in the year you might not. So something that you could do is go ahead and start being proactive about your spirituality. It's almost like I get the vibe that you kind of take the back seat when it comes to your spiritual side and this overall journey of connecting with your guides. You kind of take the back seat. But what they want you to know is you can't look for love in the wrong places. You can't look for validation in the wrong places. That's why healing from that trauma is going to be so important, because I definitely see a lot of self-love lacking. And with this star card, the grandchildren card coming up, it's like you lost hope. You lost hope in yourself. Sorry, they're talking so fast. So I'm really just trying to, my mind is moving faster than my words. So I do apologize. They want you to start to work with the element of earth. Okay. So crystals are the element earth. Something that you can do is to start carrying crystals, a good crystal for um, grounding yourself, which represents the earth element. Carnelian, that's a good one. Tiger's eye. Any brown stone or black stone is going to be good for grounding. Okay, so black tourmaline, good. It's good for that root chakra. And working with the earth element is going to balance the energies within your chart. So I don't know if you've ever had a natal chart reading, but I do natal chart readings as well. Um, Again, you don't have to come to me to get a natal chart reading, but what a natal chart reading does is it shows you all of your zodiac signs within your chart, not just your sun sign, which is your main sign. So it takes all the different elements into account. So you might be a water sign, but you might have air in your chart, and you might have earth in your chart, but you might not have any fire. So fire would be something that you have to incorporate into your daily life in order to balance the energies within your chart, within the essence of you. Your natal chart is the essence of you. It tells you your story. It tells you things that challenges that may arise, things that hidden emotions or hidden feelings, things that you may have never wanted to acknowledge. That's what a natal chart does. So you may have a Taurus in your chart. Okay, so what I'm picking up on is your grandparents. They are yapping right now. Okay, so your grandparents, they want you to love yourself more so they can send you that partner that's for you, because they're going to send you a twin flame, okay? Somebody who is a mirror match of you. But this is the thing. They are manifesting this for you right now, and what you want to be mindful of is your frequency, because your frequency right now is very, very low. You're vibrating very low. Okay? That's why they said this, you can't save me from myself. Self-love is the best love. Quit trying to put love into others. Quit trying to look for validation from others. Instead, it's time for that shadow work. It's time to start the real work. You can't take the back seat on this journey. And it's funny because if you look at these two cards, a lot of love. There's a lot of love here. They have a lot of love for you. They want you to see yourself how they see you. They have a lot of love for you. And from what I read from that book, um, when I was explaining this card, it's like, you know how grandparents will spoil a grandchild? That is what they're trying to get you to understand. Anything that you go to them and ask them for, specifically when you go to them for a partner, when you write that petition, when you finally write that petition and ask for this match, you will get it. You will be granted your wish. But you haven't even asked. You won't ask for shit. You would rather ask people that surround you than ask them for assistance. And this is the maternal side. These are your grandparents on your maternal side. And the reason I know it's them, this also confirms you got this card, which is the Two of Baskets. Any basket card is like, it's representing it's like a spoiled energy, okay? You got this Two of Baskets card on the question, which ancestor is eager to work with you at this time? So this even further confirms it. And I know what this card means. So it's like, this further confirms exactly what I'm saying right now. It's no coincidence you get the grandchildren card, but it's in the reverse. So it's like you're not aware of the fact that you have this connection to them. I don't know if you grew up around them or if you ever had their relationship with them. They may have already passed away when you were growing up. I don't know. But what I do know is almost like I feel like they feel like you feel like you can't go to them and ask them for what you want. And you can. You can. You can go directly to them. You need to watch my petition video that I just did. Watch part 1 and part 2, and go to them directly and ask them for this mirror match, this twin flame. But after you ask them for this match, you need to make sure that you are raising your vibration, because the thing with energy and frequency is spirituality. You are what you attract. You are the inner. You get what you put out. Therefore, if you're vibrating on a low frequency, your mirror match is going to be a person that's vibrating on a low frequency. It's no way around that. So you definitely want to be mindful. So your maternal line, their wants for you is honestly just to reach out and to form a connection with them. Like I said, you might not have known them, or you may have, but this is the thing. Just because they pass away doesn't mean that they don't want to talk anymore. They still want to talk. They still want to talk to you. They're talking to you right now, and they're letting you know that this love that you're looking for in the wrong places, that is the love that they want to show you. They're actually going to be teaching you a lot on this journey, on this path. They're going to be showing you a lot of different self-love rituals and things that you can do to heal yourself, okay? Because there's a lot of trauma, and I'm sure they're going to bring it up, but there's a lot of trauma that you kind of mask. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you're an air sign, because with that, although we got this card, like I said, the star card is actually the card of Aquarius. And I know Aquarius are very airheaded. Y'all be so in the clouds, airheaded as fuck, okay? And I don't know if you're an Aquarius when I'm talking about y'all, but Aquarius are so airheaded. And so something I always tell air signs is to make sure that you're coming down to earth, grounding yourself. That's that earth element. That's where crystals come into play. That's where hugging trees come into play. That's where walking barefoot comes into play. So you really need to ground yourself, okay? So that is what the ancestors on your maternal line want from you. They want you to love yourself, okay? So your second question is gifts underutilized by your paternal side. So this is going to be your dad's side. So gifts that you have underutilized. You got the Gola Jack card in reversed. So this is actually the Hanged Man card. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay. All right. So the scripture for this one is the heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. So this is the energy that your paternal side is coming with, okay? When Golajak appears in a reading, you're most likely feeling stuck or severely limited. This card asks that you endure any discomfort, any pain, or humiliation nobly until it's time to get moving again. In the meantime, there is nothing you can do except be patient. This will be an excellent time to take up a course of study, practice meditation, philosophy, and pray. Ask for the wisdom to know exactly what to do and how to get it done once your life is no longer on pause. Whatever you do, don't try to resist or force things to proceed prematurely. This card is a reminder to be man or woman enough to accept any consequences of your actions. If the current stalemate is a direct result of your own ignorance, then tough shit. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. You'll be free once the necessary lessons have been learned. Gola Jack could also be trying to tell you that sometimes the sacrifice of your own desires for the good of the whole is the right thing to do. You receive Gola Jack in a reading, consider the following. Wait. Pause and reflect. It's okay to be vulnerable sometimes. Accept it. This is just the way it has to be for now. What will it take for you to just let it go? It's okay to change your mind. If the sacrifice is worth it, then what are you waiting for? Now is the time to put the needs of others first, okay? So this is the Gullah Jack card here, which is the Hanged Man. This man has a noose around his neck, okay? And he also has something like a third eye over his pineal gland. I mean, an evil eye, something like an evil eye. Okay, so this is already letting me know right off the bat you need to learn to protect your energy. Definitely need to learn to protect your energy. So gifts underutilized by your paternal. I'm gonna go ahead and put some clarifiers, but what I'm picking up on, a lot of masculine energy coming from the paternal side, a lot of masculine energy. So I'm picking up the fact that you're very like impulsive. You don't really think about things, but again, this is the trauma that has you like acting like that. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with you in this trauma, because it's like an emphasis. Both sides are bringing this up. We're talking about the gifts that are underutilized on this side. Okay. Gifts that on the external side. You're not meant to be single. Okay. You're not meant to be single. This is a common theme between your family members, but it's so funny because, I've done a reading for your mom. I've done a reading for some of your family. I've done readings for some of your family. And I feel like at this point, I'm kind of familiar with your ancestors. They like, there's like this heavy emphasis of like partnership, okay? So it's like a lot of masculine energy. A lot of masculine energy. Again, you got the twin flame. This is the courting card, okay? I'm sorry. They're talking. I'm trying to give me just a second. Let me process what they're saying. Because here you have another couple card, which is another twin flame card, which represents domestic happiness and bliss, marriage coming soon, engagements, romantic proposals, true love's first kiss, twin flame. This is the second time that you got the twin flame card, and I'm only on your second card. So it's like you're not the type of person that needs to be by yourself. So that must be like a common theme on your paternal side. Now, your vibration, it needs to go all the way up. Okay, because what it is your ancestors are preparing you to begin your real spiritual work, okay? They're preparing you for this new chapter, but you cannot be doing this, tapping into the spirit realm, vibrating so fucking low. You cannot. You can't. Because that's what's going to latch onto you, these low vibrational entities, okay? What gifts is she underutilizing? Huh. This is your fate. Look at this. I can't make this up. New love. You got the new love card. Single mommy. Mm. Again, you remember when I just was talking about your vibration. Be mindful of what you're attracting. You need to raise your vibration because what's going to happen is, and this is coming from your paternal side, they're letting you know. It's almost like if you don't utilize your gifts, which I'm sure is some sort of spiritual gift. I don't know if that's what you're going to be doing for a living one day or at some point, some form of spiritual work. But it's like a lot of, there's love coming. There's love in your frequency because that's what they want for you. It's almost like they're like, nah, I don't trust her by herself. That's weird. I don't know what you got going on. It's like your judgment is off. It's like your judgment is off. You know how like dads are really overprotective about their daughters, and like they're like, spirit is talking so loud right now. I'm just gonna let them talk. So you know how like dads are overprotective about their daughters, and they're like very like cautious of like people that she leaves with, that she goes with, because they want to make sure, like they want to keep their eyes on, you know, their child. This is the energy of your paternal side. And they're basically sending love your way, but your frequency is going to have to match. If you want that twin flame, that a good match. That's what I would say. Because you're about to get a twin flame coming your way. But like I said, your frequency is going to depend on the quality of this person. So if I was you, I would definitely write a petition to your ancestors, both known and unknown, asking for specific things within this partner. So do not focus on looks, although looks play a part. Don't let that be your focal point. Your focal point needs to be qualities, okay? So you don't need to go for the guy that you've always went for, because I'm sure that has a lot to do with some of the trauma that's going on. I'm also picking up on the vibe that there could be a lot of like single parents on your paternal side, a lot of like single women. So that's something that's coming up. See, because with this fate card, it's almost like it's only a matter of time before this is your reality, because you're vibrating so low. And it's like your life is kind of like at a standstill right now. It's like, which way will you go? You're like at a crossroads right now. It's like you can go down this path or you can go down this path, but that's going to be up to you to decide. You can't expect somebody else to decide that for you. So you want to make sure that this partner that you're manifesting is going to honor your thoughts and your opinions. Um, this partner is going to honor, love, respect, protect, all of that. This partner is going to do that for you, okay? So you want to make sure that is what you're doing. Now, for some reason, love, what I'm picking up on is this love energy, this romance, this type of like this, you know how when you meet somebody new, like you got butterflies and stuff, it's just a lot of like, just a lot of good feelings. This energy is what is going to help you heal, okay? And it's almost like this is gonna, you know, love is the strongest frequency, okay? Love is the only frequency that trumps hate, okay? So with that being said, love is going to be what heals you. And you don't have to worry about looking for this partner. This partner is going to find you, okay? So love is the strength that you're underutilizing. Love, love, love. Got romance, commitment, true love's first kiss. Like this is gonna be good for you. Okay. Anything else, spirit? Control. Yeah, like I said, you need to be mindful of what you're attracting at this time, because whatever you're attracting right now is going to be a person who is going to control you. Somebody who is most likely going to be abusive. Somebody who is going to further that trauma that you already have. Okay. So you want to be mindful. I don't know what you've been doing, but you got a strong wave of love coming in, like for real, like some love is coming your way. Also, this control card is letting me know you need to get in control. Look at this. Look at these two cards. Don't this look like the same man? And these are two different decks. So I will say the energy of the ancestor that has stepped forward from your paternal side, very masculine. This man could have been bald headed, dark skin, white teeth, very cut, very nice body, okay? I'm also picking up on the fact that this ancestor that has stepped forward, this ancestor went through some things, okay? This ancestor went through some things. I feel like this ancestor, when it came to his relationships, When it came to his relationships, there was a lot of control, him being controlled, somebody trying to control him. So it's almost like he felt restricted, because if you look at this Gullah Jack card, which is the hangman, he has a noose around his neck. And then if you look at this control card, you have a man. This, it's like somebody behind him is like grabbing his face, grabbing his arm, grabbing his neck. So again, there's like a heavy emphasis of things around the neck, which to me that symbolizes the throat chakra. So what I'm picking up on is a lot of trauma from your paternal side. A lot of trauma, okay? A lot of, mm, okay, okay. Ooh, this is, I'm trying not to get emotional. So, what I am picking up on is this ancestor is like, they stole my voice. They stole my voice. They stole my voice. Your gift is your voice. Your gift is your ability to open your fucking mouth and ask for what you need. Ask for what you want. You won't do that. What is it? Why? You need to learn to use your voice. Somebody stole this ancestor's voice by a means of controlling him, okay? And I know that this ancestor looks like this because for these two cards to come out and they look exactly the same, two different decks, dark skin, very like muscles, bald head. The throat chakra is restricted. So, again, this ancestor, as well as your grandparents on your maternal side, trauma. Someone stole your voice. That's what has you in limbo. Somebody stole your voice through some form of abuse, through some form of control. But this ancestor is like, you don't value the little things. You don't find joy in the little things. Something as simple as journaling, or something as simple as telling your story to somebody else. Like the card said, share your story with somebody younger than you. Share your story, whatever you went through. It's a reason you went through it. But don't let whoever did something to you, don't let them steal your voice, because this ancestor, that's what happened to him. And you know how they brought up in the cards, when I was reading it, it brought up the fact that with the grandchildren card, it said pretty much the ancestors are going to make sure you have what you need, because they didn't have what they needed, because they were oppressed, because they were dealing with slavery, because they were dealing with all of these things. Their biggest wish and their biggest hope for their grandchildren is for them to be able to live their lives with no restrictions. So do you see why, like, this is a common theme right now? It's like your ancestors on your other side as well, they're like, don't let this trauma steal your voice. Because if you look at this card, look how difficult it is to talk, to even say anything. You got somebody scratching you on the side of your face, scratching you in your stomach, scratching you in your arms, just like holding, but also holding you by your neck. Heavy emphasis on the throat chakra. Another heavy emphasis on the crown chakra as well. So, I recommend you getting some crystals. Blue apatite is a good one for the throat chakra. Aquamarine is a good one for the throat chakra. Sodalite. Sodalite right here. Wait, no, I don't. Yes, I do. Sodalite, raw sodalite. I have these on my website as well. But any blue stone would be good for you. This is blue apatite. Be good for that throat chakra. It will help you start to tell your story, because whatever the fuck happened, it's like somebody has a noose around your neck to the point where you don't even want to speak your truth. You don't even want to damn near tell nobody. But so why the single mommy card came up, this is what I'm getting. by someone stealing your voice, it's setting you down a road where it's like you're like, only person I'm going to depend on is myself. Only person I need is myself. Everybody else hurts me. Everybody else does this, this, and this. You know, everything is about everybody else. Instead of you going within and doing your shadow work and working with your spirits to get the desired result, it's like you would rather have this single mommy mentality that's like, you know how like certain people will be like, if I don't have kids by this age, I'm just going to have a kid by myself. That's how much they want to be a parent. It's like a different mentality, like a person who wants things to happen their way, and if it doesn't happen like that, then they're going to do it themselves. They're going to get it done. Just like a single mother would. I can't depend on him to help me take care of my child, so I got it. You see them, they look fly. It's like you would still be successful, you would still do good, but it's like they don't want you to go down this path to where you have to live life like this because you have a twin flame coming. You know, you have somebody coming that is going to romance you, somebody that's going to treat you how you should be treated without the abuse, you know, without the hidden agendas, okay? So you definitely want to utilize your voice more. That's the gift that you're underutilizing, your voice, okay? Your voice. All right. So, moving on to which ancestors are eager to work with you at this time. First card you get the John Horse card reversed. And then you get the Two of Baskets card, which is this couple. So I'm going to read you the meaning. Okay. So, the ancestor eager to work with you at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and say both, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and tell you why. Because this card, the John Horse card, is the Emperor card in a traditional tarot, okay? Now, the Emperor card is a masculine male. Now, do you remember when I just did this gifts you're underutilizing from your paternal? This masculine male just stepped forward and he started telling you his story. So here you have the John Horse card, which is the Emperor, which represents a masculine man. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Oh my god. Okay, when I read this, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god," because I promise you, I'm bringing this full circle. I promise you. So this masculine male wants to work with you from your paternal side. I don't know if this was like an uncle. I'm not getting like. At first, I was thinking maybe like grandfather, but then now I'm thinking like maybe like an uncle or something like that. It could be like a cousin or somebody. This person was not old, like at all. This person looked pretty young, maybe like their 30s, 40s, mid 30s, 40s. Okay. Now, the Emperor. I'm going to read you the scripture for the Emperor, and I really want you to write this down because this is what you need to be putting in your petitions for them. Okay, if you're going to write to them, where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in an abundance of counselors there is safety. This is the John Horse card, which represents John Horse. Now, this came in the reverse, which lets me know you don't have any guidance. And what I mean by guidance is spiritual guidance, okay? That's Proverbs 11 and 14. Where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in an abundance of counselors, there is safety. So again, you know how the ancestors mentioned at the beginning, it's like you go off in your own world and you're like, nobody cares, nobody understands. How can you expect somebody to care or understand if you won't tell anybody what's going on? You won't even lean on your ancestors or your spirit guides to help you. It's like you literally, and I don't know if this is a conscious thing or a subconscious thing, but you literally, it's almost like You feel like this is the only way. This is what protects you. This is what keeps you safe. Excuse me. So, like the scripture said, if you don't have anybody to counsel with, which to me, my best counselors are my spirit team because they know. They just know. They see everything from an eagle's eye perspective. Whereas to me, I see it from a mundane, a human perspective. They see it years down the line. They see the bigger picture. We only see what's in front of us, our current reality. So they're basically just letting you know you're going to find that safety and security as you increase your communication with them, okay? And this is the ancestor from your paternal side, okay? I'm going to read this to you, okay? So, when John Horse appears in the reading, you're being advised to take charge of whatever is going on in your life. This is not the time for self doubt or weakness of any kind. For if you indulge in those emotions too long, you are certain to lose more than you can imagine. Didn't I just say this? Didn't I just say this? I just was talking to you about your vibration. Raise your vibration. Quit the woe is me. Get out of the victim mentality. You could very much so be a victim. And I'm not saying, don't acknowledge that, but acknowledge it. Don't make yourself a victim. Instead, become observant of your inner child. Start to journal these things out and start to write out your emotions about it. That is shadow work. Now is not the time for doubt or weakness. They've already let you know that they're here to assist you. They're going to help you with whatever you need. And that came straight from your grandparents. They like, shit, we can do it on our own. We don't need nobody. Because the thing about them, they were very, very like close knit. It's almost like it's nothing that they couldn't accomplish together. And they want the same thing for you. They want you to find that in a partner. And your judgment is so off that it's no way for you to attract this partner alone. You're gonna need them to help you. So I'm sorry, they keep talking to me. Y'all, give me a second. I'm gonna get to y'all, okay? Look, they keep yapping. Okay. And it's funny because for this one, the ancestor most eager to work with you, you got two cards that came out, okay? So this is how you got both of these cards. So again, both ancestors that we just spoke to have stepped forward again, okay? Can't make this up. So odds may be tough, but John Horst teaches us that no matter how great the odds are against us, victory is still achievable. When this card comes up, there is simply no other course of action but to get organized and then charge full steam ahead. However, John Horst is also reminding you that even the greatest warriors require support. He is telling you that you may increase your chance of winning by having the right spiritual teachers in your corner. So, again, yeah, you're going to want to make sure you're studying and looking to like apprenticeship and reading books and trying to become a part of a community, a spiritual community, because you and this mentality that you have that's just like, I got it, I'm gonna do it, don't worry about it. That's going to attract a whole nother life, okay? Again, you're gonna end up being a single mother. That's exactly what's gonna happen because that's the frequency of it. If you receive Don Horse in a reading, consider the following. Effective leadership requires wise counsel and up-to-date information. Ah! Are you following the right leaders or elders at this stage in your journey? What does lineage mean to you? Do you know yours? How do you protect yourself from attack? Again, I told you, you need to protect your energy. Make sure you it's like they're going to teach you how to protect your energy. If you don't surrender to this process, then you are going to have a very scary spiritual awakening. What I mean by that is there are going to be things that are going to scare the shit out of you. And the only way, and they will take you through this if you're resistant. But the only way for you to learn to protect yourself is to go through spiritual attack. So that's what you don't want to happen. You want to make sure that you're listening to what they're saying. You're trusting your spirit team. The more that you doubt, that leaves more room for like low vibration to kind of seep in. And you don't want to play when it comes to the spirit realm. You want to be tapped into what you are trying to tap into. But if your vibration is low, it's not happening. Okay? Get organized and focused, or prepare for a certain defeat. Does this plan have a solid foundation? Do you have a problem with authority for its own sake? The law is on its way. The system. Stick to your regimen for best results. If you value comfort over security, things are about to get really uncomfortable. Stop whining and fight. Every Indian wants to be a chief. What does your father figure have to say about that? Ain't that funny? Because this is the paternal side. So I don't know if your dad has passed away or anything, but um, it's definitely somebody on this paternal side that's just like, it could be an uncle or it could be your dad, for sure, for sure. Okay, so this is the ancestor that's most eager to work with you. Very masculine. This is the Emperor card. This is the first one. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and flat out just say it. This is definitely Gullah Jack, that ancestor that came forward. So, now, moving on to the Two of Baskets. I'm going to read to you what the Two of Baskets represents and give you more clarity into grandparents that are wanting to work with you. So, all right. In the positive, represents a harmonious partnership, reciprocity, warmth, romance, equality, sharing, reconciliation, best friends, joy, balance, mutual respect, contentment, serious commitment, emphasizing similarities instead of differences, intrusives. So, does that not sound like your grandparents? Look how close they are. And they're still together on the other side. That's the beautiful part about it. Still together. And the thing about them, it's like an emphasis on, you see how this is how they show up in the world. Close knit. This is how people see them. If they ever had problems, nobody ever knew. That is the type of partnership that they want you to have. Okay? That's the type of partnership that's coming in. This is like a twin flame energy. Now you remember when, look at this. So let me hold these cards up. Grandchildren. Then you get your grandparents. And then you get the twin flame card. Come on now. Come on now. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Like, they are so eager to work with you. So I would definitely, if I was you, I would write them a letter and acknowledge the fact that they have stepped forward because they have. It's like with this baskets card, it's like spoiled, spoiled, spoiled. I don't think you realize how spoiled you are. And these basket cards also represent people who tend to be ungrateful for what they have, okay? And so like that other card I said, it was like, if you value comfort over security, you're about to be uncomfortable. Because this lets me know something is about to happen that is going to help you value your security more. So I don't know what it is, but with this card, the John Horse card, the Emperor card is a warrior, okay? It's a person that is sitting on his throne. You see the weapons he got? This person's like sitting back ready for some shit to pop off. So you need to prepare for what is about to happen. So I'm gonna just give you a hypothetical. It could be you're about to experience some money problems, or you're about to experience something that's going to affect your stability. You need to prepare in advance. This is their warning to you. They're letting, and what it is, this situation is going to teach you that you have to lean on them. You cannot do this shit alone. It would have worked if you could do it on your own. You would have already had it. The stuff that you want for yourself, the life that you want, you would have already had it. So let's be clear. You need them. Okay? They need you as well, but you need them. You need that wise counsel. You can't, with that, like I said, with that crown, I'm sure your crown is blocked. With that crown being blocked, it's like all that information that's coming to you, as well as like the third chakra area. That's all up here in the head. So the information you're receiving and the way that you're perceiving situations is not accurate. So that is why it's like a heavy emphasis on wise counsel, counsel. Start to create a plan, start to create a foundation of what you see for yourself. And then you go to them and you ask them, what would be the best way for me to execute this? That's why you get your readings, or that's why you could do your own readings, you know? That's why you write letters to them and set up an altar and do all this. This is why. So you can have that one-on-one connection with them, okay? So the ancestors that are most eager to work with you, I'm just going to say it's an uncle from the paternal, and then you have your grandparents on your mom's side who love you very much, and you're very spoiled in their eyes. It's like you can't do any wrong. But also what it is, it's like whatever happened, the trauma, it's like they were right there with you. So just ease yourself and know that you're not alone. They were there with you. And everything that you're going through now is helping you become this warrior. It's helping you to learn to balance your masculine and your feminine energy, to not be so easy to manipulate. That's what I get. Stop vibrating so low. They're going to teach you how to protect yourself spiritually. They're going to teach you everything, but you really have to tap into like a spiritual community. You need to get a mentor. You need to be working with somebody consistently so you can get your energy healed, because there's a lot of trauma, but you have love coming. So, I mean, you need to get that together soon, like ASAP, okay? So, those are the ancestors that are most eager to work with you. And the last card that you asked, the last question that you asked was, what will, hold on. Oh, what will we achieve if we continue to work together? So, the two cards that came out were, you get the waiting game. First card. I'm going to read this to you, okay, before I tell you your second card. The waiting game. Patience. That's what I'm picking up on already. Trust in the process. This card indicates that you've worked hard to set things in motion in certain areas of your life, and now you're waiting for the results to come into fruition. The number 2 is all about choice and decision. In the past, you may have been afraid of making decisions or choices, but now you're no longer held prisoner by this fear or the constraints of old beliefs. Expect the best and be open to the limitless power of your intuition, which is presently very strong. Trust and use it to assist you. Achievement and success are assured, but once obtained, don't let it change you. Remember who you are, the effort that it took to get you to this point, and the gratitude you need to show the people who helped you. Stay on your spiritual path, for it will continue to guide you on the journey of your soul. This confirms exactly what I was saying. So, this question is, what will you guys achieve by working together? Get the waiting game. This card is basically talking about seeing things through, trusting the process. Again, like I just said. And dang, what did it just say? I liked what it said at the end. So basically think about what I just asked. What will you achieve if you work together with this uncle or father figure on your paternal side as well as your grandparents? Hold on. So, achievement and success are assured, but once obtained, don't let it change you. So, again, Have a strong sense of self. Find your voice. Right now, you're in the darkness, okay? Right now, you're going through a lot. But the question is, what will you achieve if you work with them? And then you get, this is saying your success is assured, achievement is assured. So whatever this plan or whatever you're about to do, I don't know if it's a business or career or just overall you healing, whatever it is that you're about to lay down as far as that foundation, is going to be successful. This relationship is going to be successful. Okay. And then look at this card. The last card you get is the answer is yes. Look at that. So it's just further confirming the fact that if you do what I said in terms of, you reaching out to them and, just taking the little bits and pieces of advice that they have given you. I'm kind of in a trance right now. I'm talking so fast. I'm just trying to communicate what they're saying in the best way possible because they don't really use words. I get images. So I pick up on what to say. So it's only a matter of time. You need to lay your foundation. It's okay to decide to do things differently. You don't have to do things just because that's how you did it in the past or that's how it was in your childhood. It's okay to do something different or try something new. Because again, with you feeling so restricted and you feeling like it's almost like a piece of your life was just taken from you or gone, it's just giving me that vibe like you lost a lot along the way. And now Spirit is like, we're gonna give it back to you, but we need you to heal. We need you to focus on you. We need you to focus on what matters, not the materialistic shit, not the accolades and all the extra just people and distractions. We want you to focus on you because we are sending you love, we're sending you healing, we're granting any wish that you come to us with. That is what they're saying. And the answer is yes. It's just going to be a matter of how bad do you want this? Because are you actually going to do the work? Are you actually going to get a mentor and continue getting your readings and your crystals and making sure that you're doing your little rituals and making sure that you're doing your spiritual work and what they are going to guide you to do. Don't ignore what they're saying, okay? Make sure you're listening to them because they know best. All right, so your last question is, what deep-rooted issue is stopping me from reaching my fullest potential? I'm going to pull this one. What deep-rooted issues? Memories of love. So, X. Oh, cars flying everywhere. Wow, didn't I just talk about that crown chakra? That crown is blocked. Your crown chakra is blocked. And the third eye as well. So remember, I just got through saying your third eye and your crown because I noticed this man, there's like an emphasis, as well as the throat chakra as well. But there's an emphasis on this control part. Like, look at this. Look at that head. Look how like he's grabbing his head. You know, there's like a heavy emphasis on that. So there's like somebody from your past that you had a strong connection with, and it's like you're still holding on to that. This person definitely was abusive in some type of way. It doesn't have to be physical, but this person was a manipulator. This person made you feel like you couldn't trust your own intuition, your own judgment. Your intuition is definitely blocked. And it's funny because when you ask what will you guys achieve and you got this waiting game card, it basically said that you're going to gain your intuition, which is huge on this journey. You have to have a strong intuition because that is your internal compass. That is what guides you. That is what tells you what street not to turn down, whether to go left or right, whether to hit a U-turn, whether to not hit a U-turn. That is what tells you right from wrong. So if your crown chakra is blocked and your third eye chakra is blocked, the information that you are receiving from your spirits, you're not properly reading the situation. So you telling yourself some shit. It's like okay, think you're secluding yourself. You're like in hermit mode. You don't want nobody telling you nothing. You don't trust nobody. You don't want to listen to nobody. But you can't trust the thoughts. You can't trust your own judgment. So what's holding you back is whatever happened with this relationship, because this is like a loss. This is showing like a loss. You got the memories of love card, crown chakra, and intuition. So yeah, you definitely lost something or a person, and it holds you back. It's like you feel like you missed out on them, but that's not true. They missed out on you. Again, you don't value yourself. That's why this self-love card came up. You can't save me from myself. Self-love is the best love. If you don't value yourself, how can you expect somebody else to see the value in you? Let's be real. Like, let's be real. Let me get some more clarifiers as well. Like, how can you expect somebody else to fuck with you like that? And again, if I was you, when you write out your petition for your partner that's coming, be sure that you include specific things from the reading and what they said, okay? So, like when the Two of Baskets came up, you saw how they described their relationship, like the positive components. Like it said something like, highlighting similarities versus differences. So let's say you don't say that on your petition. Then it's like you get this partner and they're like everything you want, but they only focus on the bad and focus on how you guys are different versus focusing on how you guys are alike and how you guys are stronger together and how you guys bring out the best in each other. That's going to be very important, because if you've actually wrote a petition before, you're not asking right. You're not commanding right. You're not asking for the right things. You're asking for superficial things. And again, that has a lot to do with that intuition and that crown. Like, your spirit team really wants you to, like, get out of those limiting beliefs. Get out of how it's like you done created this world and this imaginary, like, life, and it's not real. They're like, come back down to earth so we can heal you, so we can teach you, so we can show you. Okay? And your intuition is going to be very, very strong. Very strong, to the point to where at some point you'll be able to close your eyes and tap into the spirit realm. I can actually do that. So I know that's going to actually take you actually getting in, studying, like finding that mentor and finding somebody that you can trust, that you feel like can help you. Don't keep doing it your way, because your way is not getting it done, okay? Is there anything else you want her to know as far as what's stopping her from reaching her fullest potential? Abundant union, daughter, daddy, connected. Everything I just got through saying. Miss Mamas, if this ain't spot on, I don't know what is. First card you get, abundant union, daddy, daughter, connected, and spiritual bath. So I asked, in terms of what's holding you back. So, the memories of love, the thought, the idea of this partner in the life that y'all could have had. Whoever this person was, that was not real. It was not accurate. You were not seeing the situation accurately, okay? Heavy emphasis on the third eye, heavy emphasis on the crown chakra. Any purple crystal will work for this, okay? So get some purple crystals, blue crystals as well, okay? So, all right. So you have an abundant union coming in. So this even further confirms, because this is also twin flame energy. Okay? Abundant union. Now, You have the daddy and daughter card. And I'm going to be real. The first thing I picked up on is this partner could possibly be older than you. And the dynamics can feel a little bit like he's giving like daddy energy. And you're like, baby. I know that's kind of I know that's kind of weird, but me personally, I like somebody that has a little daddy energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be giving feminine energy. Like, I'm sorry, because I have a masculine personality, at times. So I need somebody that's going to be able to dominate in certain ways. So again, with Spirit talking about this, look at this. Like, because with this Two of Baskets card, you see that man and that woman, and don't get it twisted just because it's the daughter card. Sometimes this daughter card represents like the inner child. So, yeah, that's definitely what I pick up on for this. So, this partner could definitely be older than you. He's going to be very mature because the type of energy that he's coming with is like I said, very protective, very just was raised well. Because remember, you got the courting card. This partner is going to court you, romance you. He's going to be taking you out, spending money on you. Like, y'all are going to be very connected because you got this connected card, which is two people staring in each other's eyes with the world in the back. So again, this is earth energy. Again, I already mentioned that to you with this Taurus card coming out. I'm sure you have some Taurus in your chart somewhere or earth in your chart somewhere. But if you don't, this could just be letting me know that you need to come down to earth. Ground yourself. Grounding yourself will help you see situations clearly, okay? And stop seeing them from a skewed perspective because it's stopping you from manifesting. It's like it's keeping you in a state of lack, okay? So the last card you get is a spiritual bath card. Again, I mentioned this. You definitely need to start taking spiritual baths. I actually sell luxury spiritual baths on my website. I have all types of spiritual baths. I have a Cleopatra goddess bath, which is like a self-love bath. I have the male version of that, which is made with like spearmint and eucalyptus. I use goat milk, oatmeal, pink Himalayan salt. I use that in all of them. I have zodiac baths. I have road opener baths, um, money baths, sex baths. I have all types of baths. So definitely get you a spiritual bath so you can get in the habit of doing like self love rituals. So on Sunday, taking a spiritual bath, doing something fun, like start to enjoy life more because you have gotten a state of like everything is so serious. It's like when you're by yourself, everything is so serious. But to everybody else, it's like you're okay. But really, you're not. You're crumbling. Okay? So that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. In the beginning it was a little rocky because for some reason it's like they were talking so fast and like everything was coming to me so fast, and I feel like I was doing like a lot of like learning my words in the beginning, but nevertheless they reeled it on in. So what I'm going to do is take a photo of your cards that I already haven't taken a picture of, and I'm going to go ahead and send this over to you. But I appreciate you so much for booking a reading with me. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me.